What's going on with those people in Canada who are saying desperately, urgently, we must get a vaccine passport in place right here, right now? What's motivating them, and what do they think that this is going to accomplish? Very bizarre positions and passions that people are putting into this issue. They want a federal vaccine passport. No, it doesn't look like you're going to get it. They want a provincial passport. They want it province-wide. Well, you got some premiers like Doug Ford saying, we're not doing that in Ontario. Okay, well, we want a municipal vaccine passport. Unclear if you're going to get that. Okay, well, we want it at certain establishments. We want business owners to step in and say, we will not serve the unvaccinated. You got to show your passport. And they got a few takers. We are hearing from some places that they're planning to introduce those rules. All right, those folks out there, those COVID busybodies who are really, really angling for this passport, they are applauding those establishments that are bringing in the passport, and they're trying to name and shame and attack the places that are not, like Good Life Fitness. I spoke about that in my last video. By the way, I actually went to a Good Life Fitness location in Toronto the day they opened, and things were fine. People went there, they worked out, everyone seemed happy, and there you go. Not a big problem, not a situation. What's motivating those people who are so desperately clamoring for this, though, right now? I mean, what is the urgency? COVID cases crashing all across Canada. The numbers, thankfully, very low. Seems like things are going down because, well, it's the summer and we anticipated they would as well. And also you got a whole lot of people who have the vaccines, and, well, let's embrace the fact that they seem to be working pretty well. Canada has a very high vaccine uptake. So it's very odd that you would say this country needs vaccine passports, because what? I mean, odds are you go to a place, most of the people are going to be vaccinated because, as the numbers show, most of the people are vaccinated anyway. Why this obsession with other people's vaccination status, or the obsession with trying to exclude them? It's very odd. It's very troubling, I think, because one of the things that's going on, and I think what is maybe motivating people here, is for the past year and a half, people who have long kind of harbored to obsess over everyone else's comings and goings and being able to tell them how to live their lives and where you can go and what you can and can't do and so forth. I think this year and a half has actually been great for them, at least in that respect. I think most people would say lockdown restrictions this past year and a half, man, life has been bad. It's ranged from, inconvenient to some people to hell on earth for others. But those people who have enjoyed doing that thing where they're calling the cops on the fact their neighbors had someone over, I mean, good grief, they've had a field day, haven't they? And I think the vaccine passport is just an extension of that. And I think most people have been pretty reasonable with the COVID rules. The rules that they've agreed with, I mean, they followed them. And then if they've seen other people not following them, they're not actually calling the cops on them. They're not doing that thing where you follow them with your cell phone and you take videos of them and you yell names at them and so forth. They've just been like, okay, that person's not following the rules. I choose to follow the rules. All right, whatever. And they give that person their space. But there is that section of individuals who have relished in the fact, this is my opportunity to go mall cop on all my neighbors and my community and so forth. They have really enjoyed that. They're looking out the windows and they're saying, there's teenagers walking around in a group outside. I'm angry and I'm going to tweet about how angry I am for this. Well, I think the vaccine passport, it's kind of the last hurrah for that. It's your last opportunity to be able to sort of enforce certain conduct and rules on people and to decide who you include and who you exclude and so forth, even if it not necessarily is something that has much of a benefit, that there's really not much to it right now, which I think when you look at the various numbers and vaccine uptake and so forth, I think that's the case in Canada right now. And yet that's not going to stop a whole lot of people from, I think, getting a kick out of desperately, urgently calling for these vaccine passports that, well, in a lot of respects, it seems like they're not going to happen. They ain't going to fly. Sorry, folks.